Good morning, Internet. We're on our way to PAX. I asked Steve to get me a Red Bull yesterday, and he said yeah. And then the next thing I know, he's waking me up to try and give me a Red Bull like an hour later. So I was a little tired. At that point, the damage was done. I was not getting up again. I just slept. I slept through a game of Codenames apparently, where people had fun. And yeah.
The bus isn't coming yet. What?
Now we're gonna go to PAX. We're off the bus! The Seattle bus system is pretty decent if you're staying pretty far away. It's $2.50 a ride, so not bad, and that's for like a 2-hour ticket, so transfers and all this other stuff. But yeah, so if you want to come to PAX or just Seattle downtown and you want to be able to explore a little bit, the bus system's not bad. It's not bad. And the Google Maps and stuff is pretty accurate with like the bus times and things. But now we're at PAX! The Paramount Theater is behind us, right there. That's where the PAX Arena is happening. I have no idea what PAX Arena is, but that's where it is. All of 8, this is where we were yesterday with Tabletop. We're gonna go back there. But I figured today I would show you the Tabletop stuff up in the main convention center. So I'm gonna head up there. So here's the other side of the giant smashed monster thing. You can see they have like a bent light pole, and they have like a smashed police car and a bus apparently. There's also a bus, but you can see there's like a smashed police car and then like giant thing. So we're in Uncle's Games. This is a game store in Seattle, and they actually have a booth here, well, a room here at PAX, almost at Gen Con. And they're selling games, and they have a bunch of different games. They have like a kids section. We came to see what Haba games they had for the little ones. They don't really have a lot. Waka Naka is not like a children's game, so I'm not sure why that's there, but yeah, so they have like kids games area, and then they have like your normal games. They have like My Little Pony Monopoly section, and then they have, you know, the games that we're like Steve and I are more interested in, so those are all around. Yeah, so this is level 2. Oh, hey! Hi! Hello! And you're demoing Calliope Games here. Yeah!
This is the demo chicken.
So this is the Catalyst Games room. So we have Wrath of Dragons. We got some more of their games, including Duke, which is a great 2-player game if you haven't played that. Shadowrun Crossfire. Some other stuff. They've got the very fancy dice trays. They also have Bravest Warrior over in the corner. So yeah. They have their own rooms. Certain game companies have rooms instead of booths, which works out because it's quieter and you don't have to compete with the audio from the video game stores. So that's good. Level 2 of PAX and level 3 are generally all tabletop, in addition to the All of 8, which is a whole nother space that we were at yesterday. So here's the giant Duke game. It looks like they made it a little smaller for PAX, potentially. Oh cool, it's like made with puzzle mats. That's brilliant. I want that in my house. So this is the Fantasy Flight booth room, and I'm not gonna go all the way in, but they're demoing Eldritch Horror, some X-Wing stuff, and some other stuff, Imperial Assault. So there's that room where you can go get demos. They have a Pathfinder room way over there with the Pathfinder, the new expansion for the card game. So there's that. And then in addition to that, they have these things called free play rooms right here, where you can just go and you can sit and you can play games. Some smaller publishers will go in and set up, not smaller, but like smaller designers will go in and claim some table space and play, and that's fine. So yeah, here we have Japanime Games, Krogmaster and Tanto Koro. So demos of that, they got their giant Krogmaster game going, and they have other learn to play demos. So there you go, and then we have Monster Cook Games with Numera in this room. Right here, and the Strange going on. So there's that one. Across the hall over there is the Tabletop Library. I'll walk in there in a second, give you a tour. But there's a free play room that we were in yesterday over there. There's Go-To Games over there. This is the Tabletop Co-op. So Tabletop Co-op, it's a room with, well, Tabletop Co-op is a network of smaller designers, publishers, and they're working together and they rented this room together. So we've got, oh my god, there's an axe in my head. We've got Damage Report, which Steve demoed the other day and he liked that. And then there's Titans Tactics way in the back there. And there's Wizard Dodgeball Z to Z back there with Peter, who we played Flappin' Jacks. He made Flappy Jacks, which we played at Gen Con, so that was a lot of fun. if you get a chance to play Flappy Jacks, play. I want that game. I do really want that game. I've asked him if he would play it with me here, and he's only designating certain hours for it, so it makes me sad. So yeah, this is most of level 2. The stage with the load-bearing unicorn for pictures for Witch Hunter is in the back, including Juicy Cafe, which is the place where I prefer to eat when I'm at PAX. But this is the tabletop library. And there's Lackey, head of the tabletop tournament section. Hello. Lackey is super great. If you ever participate in any of the tabletop tournaments at PAX, he's one of the primary responsible well, he is the responsible party, but he's the one that should get all the credit for it, so yeah. So this is the tabletop library. So they have these little cones that you can put on your tables to say that you're looking for players or groups or whatever. There's some other information about stuff. There's a Twitter handle in case you want to tweet out about people. But these are all the games that are available for you to rent at the tabletop library here at PAX. Pretty decent collection. I know they reach out to a lot of publishers and they also buy stuff. They make sure to buy things that people are talking about. And they're willing to help you figure out what you want to play and if it works. That section over there is all the small games, all the little small guys that'll get lost. Then these are, you know, bigger games. They're sorted by alphabetical order, so if you know what you're looking for, that'll help you find it. And if you don't know what you're looking for, you just walk around and look. So yeah, not a bad selection. The way it works is you give your ID and then they give you a little sticker to put on the back of your badge, which is a barcode. And the barcode will link it to you, but you have to surrender your ID to get the game, and you can have the game. You can have the game for as long as you want while you're at PAX, but they'll keep your ID. So if you want to keep it overnight, you can, but you just don't have an ID overnight. So there you go. But this is a PAX tabletop, and you can take it anywhere. You can take the game anywhere around the con. So you can take it to all of it. You can take it to a free play room. Do whatever you want with it. But that tabletop headquarters. There you go. So that is, for the most part, most of the tabletop stuff here at PAX. Level 3, which is a smaller level than level 2, has a good amount of tabletop, like, demoers, publishers set up with like tiny booths on the hallways and the rooms and stuff like that. We have Incredible Expeditions, 13th Age, it's from Go-To Games, Dice Rings, Life Counter Rings, board games, card games, dice games, family games. What's going on in that room? So there you go. And there's a Hazel! Hello, Miss Hazel! How's your PAX going? So, this is the Handheld Lounge area. So as you leave tabletop land on level 2, you have the tabletop arrow. There's little Imris. We have some more tables where you can sit and play games. And then we have the beanbag area. People can nap, do their street passes, play handheld games, etc. There is another handheld area over there, not sure you can see it, where there's more of these beanbag chairs. They're super comfy. I would sit and just stay in one for hours at this point. But they do tournaments, so you can sign up for handheld tournaments and they'll like give you the cartridge to play. And there's also a library, so you can check out games to play on your systems or on systems that they have. And then this massive chaos right here is the line to demo the new Zelda game. I am not waiting in that line. I would like to demo the new Zelda game, but I'm not waiting. So there you go. I'm gonna clear my street pass though. That I will definitely do. I want to do my street pass. This is my DS is dead.
The ability is
No! Okay, so at PAX there are a ton of cosplayers, and I found two that I super dig. And you might recognize them, and they're the Ice Climbers. Ah! Did you make your own costumes? Or?
Yeah. Well, we got the sweaters and we basically attached all the
stuff?
The linings.
It works. It's super well done. Congrats. Are those just covers? Are those covers over normal shoes?
Yeah.
Okay. That's very smart. Very smart. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, bright sunlight. So I got Steve and I lunch from the Juicy Cafe with a bouncing baby on the background. Juicy Cafe is at the level 2 in the PAX Seattle Convention Center, and it has like vegan deliciousness, and also there's like chicken and stuff like that. There we go. Super fast. There's no line. But yeah, they have gluten-free stuff, and they have a lot of vegetarian and delicious stuff, and they also have these like oat balls. I call them monkey balls, even though they're not all monkey balls, but they're really delicious. And they're $2, and they're just like super good energy protein bursts. which is important at PAX. So yeah, and now I'm gonna go find a Steve and bring him the delicious lunch that I just bought him. For the curious, when I do those kind of things, I do always ask if I can take video before I take video. And I also recommend that for when you're videoing games or people, like always like specific games, especially if they're in prototype form, always ask if you can film it first, because they might not want their prototype on camera yet. Crossing, crossing, crossing! Ah! Okay. So yeah, now we're on the escalators, escalators. Riding the escalator. So this is level 3. So there's a Take This AFK room, more tabletop free play. There's Ninja Division over there. There's some more tabletop stuff over there and over there. But the level 3 level is significantly smaller than the level 2 level. So it's like, it's tabletop, but not like a ton of tabletop. So there's that. So now I'm going up to fourth floor, which is the main expo floor. So this is where like a lot more craziness happens. So it's brighter, there's like more baggage checks. The escalators over there go up to level 6 where we were on day 1. Level 4 is the main expo floor though, but I'm up here because I want coffee. Oh, that line is too long for me. I don't have time for that line. Sadness, no coffee. No coffee, no coffee. Back down we go on the escalator. So there's a smoker's lounge outside those doors off of level 4, and there's also like a big garden area where a lot of cosplayers hang out and get filmed. So if you want to come see cool cosplays at PAX, that's a good place to do it because they're taking pictures there. There's the Reaper Mini Paint and Take. I was wondering where that was. And there's already a line apparently. I love Reaper Paint and Take. Oh my goodness. See, I need the coffee. Escalators, escalators, been riding these escalators for forever. I really suck at making up my own songs. Made it to the bottom. I just say, that is pretty impressive, like all the way up though. So there's a FedEx office, so if you come to PAX and you need to print stuff, you can go there. Steve printed his updated No Benefits game at the FedEx office, and now he's playtesting it at the Elevate, which is where I'm going to find him. So I just walked out the center. There's lots of scalpers out there buying passes and also selling passes. And then there's the giant monster thing from the annex that I was shooting yesterday. And right above me, that is the Sky Bridge where Geek Chic and Crash Games and the Wishes store was. It's there. So that's actually part of Expo Hall, and like that chunk of that building is all Expo Hall, and then you can go down into there. So that's a little bit of the what it is from the outside. And now I'm walking to Elevate, which is down a block. We can kind of see it from here. So yeah. Like this is all Expo above me. This would just be more Expo stuff. So yeah, kind of give you an idea of the scale and the maze of PAX. So this is actually going to be the last PAX vlog. We're not doing PAX day 4, the Monday PAX, because Steve and I both have to go back to work on Monday, so we're cutting it short. This trip was more of a vacation trip, and because it was so close, we managed to take off less time from work. I took off 2 days already. My students had a sub, but I can't take off another day. So we're going to head back. But I was gonna let you guys know, update on my walking, right? So at Gen Con, you walked a lot. I walked a lot at Gen Con. And at PAX, you actually walk a lot, but you walk less than at Gen Con, I feel, because PAX is such a line con. Like you spend a lot of time on your feet. You spend all day on your feet, but you spend hours just standing in line waiting. So it's a little different. Yesterday I did not hit my step goal. Friday I hit my step goal around like 5 o'clock. Yesterday I barely didn't hit it. Today I might hit it, but I have a feeling I won't because I'm gonna hang out in Elevate and just play games there all day. So yeah, I'm okay with that though. My feet are tired. So over there is the HTC Hive virtual reality tour. There's another, like, there's just so many PAX things. PAX really does take over all of downtown at this point. So yeah, just if you come to PAX and you're expecting everything to be in one nice place like Gen Con, think again. PAX Prime is very spread out. PAX East, not so much. And that's another thing to keep in remember. There's like 4 PAXs now, and they're all different. So they all have different experiences. And if I remember correctly, the Elevate has a coffee shop inside of it. So I'm excited about that. I found my Steve, but more importantly, I found coffee. Steve is doing No Benefits again with some lovely folks. Look how beautiful the card spread is. Isaiah and Jason. And I am going to sit and breathe for a little while because this is on the 3rd floor and there's no escalator. But the mega game is not happening today, so that's gone. There's just gonna be a Magic tournament and there's some Fantasy Flight tournament stuff happening. So this space is like mostly all tournaments behind us. If there's free tables, people can come and do free play here. And then there's like playtesting tables again. So yeah, great place to come and sit and have lunch though, and also edit vlogs from yesterday. Also, the coffee shop where I got my coffee had postcards. So I got postcards for our nieces and nephews, and now I'm gonna sit and write them so we can mail them from this hotel lobby, so they'll have postcards from our Seattle trip, which is kind of funny because it used to be a big deal for me to come to Seattle, and now it's like, we drove 3 hours, whatever. I'm still gonna write them postcards.
Someone wanted to be boss.
There is a tiebreaker. It's whoever slacks the most. If we're tied on work, it's whoever slacks the most. I'll actually do me. There's some international playing conferences part of the
I love writing postcards. I really do. Whenever I travel, I always make a point to write postcards to my nieces and nephews and sometimes other members of my family, which is why my Kickstarter, which I haven't talked about today because I feel weird talking about it all the time, but I guess I'm supposed to. My Kickstarter, there are postcard levels where I'm going to be writing postcards and mailing them from Germany. So I'm going to go buy postcards in Germany, buy postage for them in Germany, write them in Germany, not in German though, just in Germany, and then I'm going to mail them to people. So yeah, but there's a limited number of those because I can only write so many a day, but if they sell out soon enough, which I have a feeling they're going to, I might add more postcard levels. So there's that. Also on my Kickstarter, there's a bunch of t-shirts. If you like the t-shirts, but you want a postcard, you can add a t-shirt to your level by just adding t-shirt cost plus shipping to your shirt, and I'm gonna update the Kickstarter to have a nice infographic to show that. I just haven't had time or Wi-Fi to do that here, but yeah. So if you want a postcard but you still wanted the TheOneTAR shirt, you can still very much do that. There is a way to do that, I promise.
It's a weird time, I think.
I almost think
they're doing the raffle for the people that play tested the games and filled out surveys. Steve is getting a quick demo of the Circus Dice Worker placement game, and our friends with the babies have joined us again. And little Imris is out.
Which would give you more size? That would be the full size?
They need to have like human size, like human. He is a human. They need to have like adult size strollers, so that's like I could just fall asleep in it, and then Steve could push me around the con, and then when I woke up, like I could push him around the con. It'd be great. Brilliant. Yeah. We're gonna play Fish and Hole, which Matthew is going to enter into the 54-card dexterity tournament. So there we go.
Which occupies the small and medium. There's a bass that occupies the small, medium, and large.
Pressure's on.
So feel free to give yourself some room. Do whatever you want. Let's go for a flick style.
Oh. Okay, I have to do this. Look at that, that's professional fisher. Very nice. Barely. Photo finish. Oh, further. All right, I'm gonna go for the little guy that's unprotected. I have 2 salmon, 2 bass, 2 trout.
15.
Another 15.
And then if anybody had a set, one of each species, that would be another 5.
No.
Nothing to it.
I like this game. This is silly. I like
what you're
it.
going for to make your set, but that's kind of
Oh, did it tangle? Nope. No tangle.
Yeah.
Everybody else is not good fisher.
That's
Oh.
how you do
Are you
it.
gonna take? Ah!
Yeah.
I really wanted that fish. Arthur is making the map.
Perfect.
I had fish for lunch.
Oh, you did?
I want to hit you in the face. That was like a total like Amy there.
That's great.
Yeah! Oh!
Again.
Can you do it?
I was gonna get
You gonna get one?
Like, wait. One second.
Oh!
There it is.
Oh!
Yeah.
Are you gonna get it? Or are you gonna tangle? Oh! Oh! Oh, can I do this?
You sneak the corner.
Ah. Ah!
Nothing doing.
I have a 7.
I have an 8.
I have a 2.
All right, so I get the large.
We're playing Fighting Words, which is a word game where you're timed and you're fighting each other using the words that you're making. I'm gonna so bad. There's a timer. 2, 1, okay. Very good.
Because I am incredibly good in urban settings. I can, destroy people on the city.
A little guerrilla warfare. Very nice. Very nice. How many points?
A lot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
5, 7, 9 points. Well done. All right, what do you got?
Every morning I go running with some teenagers, so it's really keeping me in good fitness, and so I'm very spry, like a teenager.
Rule number 1, cardio.
Yeah, cardio with teenagers.
Got it.
That's
Okay.
really good.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 points.
All right, what do you got?
What? Because I have the power to ignore when my kid says what.
That's a good power.
Your T as well.
And you have
I
T's.
wear a T that has that gives me the power to put on that.
All right, perfect.
I challenge you to a quick draw. And draw. Ah, ah. Ah.
This one, no, I don't mind at all. I'm done.
Doe, she got it already. So, how is your doe attacking?
My doe is actually a deer, a female deer. And that female deer is in heat. She's gonna
Fantastic.
cloven hooves.
She's gonna clove your face for 4 points of damage.
Ow.
All right, well done, ladies. Well done.
A great cookie brigader has come by. Thank you. Thank you. His voice is gone, and we got some more cookie brigades. Because it's for the children.
For the children.
For the children. Okay. How you doing, female deer? A doe, a female deer. I got this. We're gonna see if this is enough. I lost in a massive shootout with Amy. She has magical word powers. Mostly because of the tiger. That's right. Toby's mom. Alright. And now we're gonna fill out surveys. Yay! If you ever play test a person's game and they don't have surveys, just give them really good feedback. As if they had surveys. So, it's upside down, that's okay. I walked in a room and I found more tabletop games. People are just in here playing games. I don't know what the story is, but we have Colt Express, 1901. Let's see what's over here. That's Pet, The Cure with Super Fights. We have code names happening. We have Sushi Go. We have Super Fight. No, Beta. Haven't seen that one. Forbidden Desert, Lanterns, and Geek Out, and Dead of Winter. So there you go. More tabletop games and a very well lit room. So I found another room with games. I'm not gonna walk down this one, but we have some Battlestar Galactica, some Star Trek Catan, some Dead of Winter. I see some Codename Prep. So this is just another room. And then over there is the D&Ds, and I did a quick scan of the character sheets, B-roll right here. So, yeah. Lots of stuff happening over here. D&D is sadly booked. They're doing 2-hour and 4-hour sessions today, and I obviously can't do it anymore, so I'm sad. But, yeah. So that's basically, there's some stuff happening on the second floor for tabletop, I believe, but I think it's more scheduled stuff, and then that was basically all of the Olivate tabletop stuff. So now you have seen all the tabletop things that are happening at PAX, more or less. I didn't go in some of the rooms, but, you know, there you go. So that is the tabletop presence at PAX Prime. PAX East, it's a little bit bigger and like more spread out. How's your PAX going, Hazel? You just want to run. You need to take a nap, little one. Just do Hazel Cam. This is Hazel Cam. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. She's going for the Jenga blocks. I can tell. I can tell. Immerse is still going. Look at this. Hours. Hours. I'm so jealous. Aaron is very excited about the hours of sleep he's getting. Hazel has still not crashed. Hazel and Simeon are playing Han Solo. So some people have been asking about this game. So this is Steve's Han Solo game. It's a solo game where you play it in your hand. If you can play it blown out on a table if you want, but he designed it specifically to be playing in line. So it works really well for that. Do you like it, Hazel? Is it a good game?
As you say, aha.
But in it, you are a space adventurer seeking fame and glory, and you are just flying through space, and you have like a money tracker, and you have to like buy goods and then sell goods, but you can run into cops, and if you have illegal goods on you when you run into cops, you have to pay a fine, or you can like fight your way out. There's also pirates and stuff like that. And you can decide to retire early or like keep pressing your luck for your best score. So Hazel really wants to say hi to you again. Do you want to say hi to the internet? Say hello. Hi. Say hi. So yeah, that's Steve's Han Solo game. Yeah, Simeon started playing it earlier today and he wanted to finish his game, so that's what he's currently doing.
I played some earlier versions. This is much improved.
Yes, Steve's been working on this a long time. Basically, anywhere we go, Steve is probably playing Han Solo whenever we're there. Like if we're in line or something, or like at the airport, Steve is playing this game and refining it and working on it. So it's come a long way. I'm hoping to make him write rules and like do a print and play at some point. But yeah. Bye. The babies are leaving. The babies are going to go catch a plane. So Steve and I have 30 minutes before his next playtesting block. So we're gonna go find something to playtest together for once.
Right.
It's amazing. And then and then he's gonna playtest, and we're going to do other things, and then we're gonna leave PAX. So yeah, let's go to find a place to playtest. There's another winner. So they were doing the winner for the raffle. I didn't win my train game that I wanted. But Patrick bought this game called Pleasant Dreams.
My alternate working title is Bed Steve.
It's very thematic.
And Steve's gonna play it, and then Steve's gonna go demo his game, and Patrick's gonna play that.
Yay!
Yay!
Do you want to play together? Do you want to play in a team?
Team play.
Team play.
Oh yes, of this. Yes. Sorry. So confused. We don't play on teams.
Well,
We're not on the same
Steve is
team.
really
We're
mentally
not.
tapped because I just had to explain what an Uncrustable was. I basically said it's a childhood ravioli without the Italian.
It's pretty fitting.
Yeah, you said it was my entire childhood in a wrapper, so now we're gonna play a game about not waking up screaming. So there's
Yay!
That's
That's terrifying. That's terrifying.
And it's these three, not that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
So you always know which one's next
one for that. And then I am going to flip this
without looking at
without
it.
showing. You know, I think I get to look at it.
All right.
Yeah.
I can't
I don't
show
look
you
at
where
it.
I'm putting it.
We don't want to know where he's putting it.
Okay.
One,
I'm looking at the teddy bear.
2.
Yep.
Okay,
them
so I
all
resolve
out,
this
people.
one first,
Yep.
and then I go 2, and then that's
Are
basically
you gonna flip
it.
the bear?
If you don't flip the bear,
Patrick woke up in a very messy situation.
Not a nightmare.
Yay!
Yay for you!
Our sheets are clean.
But the smell means everybody loses.
I mean these cards though, like.
They did a good job making these creepy. Like, look at that. Alright, Steve is now playing No Benefits, doing another demo of No Benefits with our friends who have returned Babyless and Patrick. And I totally forgot his name, which is horrible. Oh wow, those cards are cool looking. Lots of cool stuff coming out for the next round of playtesting. Oh, the food truck one's back out. Very awesome. That's an expansion for, I can't say it. Starts with a V. Valhara? Looks like we got some adorable animal creatures on some textiles. I want to know what's going on in this map. It looks super great. And then over there, we got a Smash Up tournament that's going to be starting soon. There's a Lords of Waterdeep tournament that's happening. And then there's also Five Tribes tournament, which will be starting here in like 20-30 minutes. So, yeah, lots of fun stuff. Also, Fantasy Flight is doing something in the back where they have like the rig set up to like broadcast. So I'm going to go see what the rig is because I just want to like figure out how they're holding up their cameras because I need some of that. It's Netrunner tournaments. There's Netrunner tournaments happening. Also, Tiffany, it's on stage stands is the name of the stands for those cameras. Just want to play games. Cookie Brigade's back.
In your tableau at that time.
Okay, so if I have an age already, it costs 4 instead.
Yes.
Okay, so it's 6 and...
Does that count as nothing?
369, so I have a 6. So I get 5. You just want to enjoy for your hugs. 145.
Use either one of these, right?
So I get that. Thank you. Because I'm a copycat. And then
Gives me immediately 2 gold and magic.
Level 4.
And an 8. So that's 3.
Cards Kingdom, New Citizens. I liked it. It's like Machikoro plus Lords of Waterdeep. I actually think I liked it a little bit more than Machikoro because I felt like I had more control on the engine building. But yeah, it's like going to printer now, I guess. So yeah, I want to play it again and I want to play with Steve. So that's always a good sign when I want to play with Steve. I wonder how it would do it too. I think with 2 it would work, though it might have the potential of dragging out a little too long if the end condition for the game doesn't change with the player account, but I'm pretty sure it does. I haven't asked, so I have no idea. So yeah, anyway, Valeria is what it's called, and we playtested the expansion. So I finished playing, and Steve is now playing a rapid game of No Benefits with his friends, where they took out the politics deck, so that's like a radical change. And yeah, and it's stuff happening. I think the Netrunner thing is about to go live on the internet, maybe. There's a Risk Legacy game happening. Twilight Imperium's gonna happen. I don't believe that. I think they're bagging it. That would be insane. Caverna's gonna happen though, that's awesome. So yeah, lots of gaming still happening. Steve and I are wrapping up here in a second, so, because we have to head out. But yeah, lots of gaming still happening at PAX Prime 2015. I'm leaning because I'm in the hallway and I'm blocking people. We're on our way to Pie. If you ever have your chance to go to Seattle, go to Pie. It's just spelled like pie, like the food that you eat. It's over in the Fremont side by the Fremont Trolls, so you can kind of do like a touristy thing where you go to see the Fremont Troll and then you walk to see Pie. My voice doesn't do the I sound very well. I. So yeah, we're gonna go get pie and it's gonna be delicious and I love pie. And then I'm leaving Seattle.
I think you were trying to do a review.
Pie! I did do a review about trolls. Pie! Success!
These are quite the chairs. Extreme.
Now it's time for desserts. And also, I checked the Kickstarter again, and we're at 1747, which is like freaking amazing considering we launched on Friday and I haven't really talked about it much. There's a bee like really interested in my hand right now. Cell phone! I have 5 camera batteries and all of them are dead. So go me. This is what happens when you fall asleep and don't charge your batteries the night before. I only got to charge 2.5 today. What was I saying before my battery died? Thank you everybody. We're at 1745 I think. And I'm still just super blown away. And Steve and I we have like stretch goals that we've talked about and planned about, but we were not planning to have to like have any of that prepped anytime soon. So thank you everybody for making me work harder. It's a good work, trust me. The stretch goal that we really wanted to do and never think would happen, and so we joked about it, and then we were like, whatever, would never happen, is to have Steve come to Germany with us. Steve is currently devouring something, so yeah. But Steve can't go to Germany with me. We both really want him to go to Germany, and we've talked about it, and we even looked at flights, and it won't work because he can't take enough time off work. We've already done so much vacation time.
We could skip the wedding.
Oh, yeah, we could just not get married. I'm fine with that. I would take Ichi, that's a good plan, but she can't go to Germany. Oh. We will figure out something.
Is her passport up to date?
Her Barksport? Yeah, her Barksport's totally up to date. Ichi has never been out of the country, to my knowledge.
You know those times when we come home and she's napping, like she's been on the couch all day?
Yeah. She's been going to Canada or Mexico or Hong Kong or whatever. That's actually where she's right now with our house sitter, I bet. Danny's taking her someplace fun. Anyway, thank you everybody for support. I'm gonna do, as soon as I get home and like I'm not driving anymore, I'm gonna do an update for the Kickstarter on like some graphics and some rewards confusion. And thank you again everybody that's backed and supported. I'm totally blown away, and I'm also really more excited about going to Germany than I was before, especially because now I can tell the internet I'm going to Germany because I've been keeping this a secret for a while. So yeah, but yes, there will be stretch goals, and they will most likely all be silly because we have so much time, we have so little time, and like I honestly do not want to do more physical rewards unless it's an additional t-shirt, because it's just, that would complicate my life and make it harder for me to actually do what I set out to do to begin with. So the stretch goals, there will be stretch goals, but they'll all be fun, silly stretch goals that won't like massively change anything dynamic. They're just to be fun, so yeah. Otherwise, this is going to be it for the PAX coverage because we're not going to PAX tomorrow. Sorry, I'm really sad about it, but I have to work. So yeah, thank you for watching the PAX vlog. If you like these videos, feel free to give them a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. And I hope to see you at whatever con I attend next, which I guess is actually Essen. So if you're in Europe, I hope to see you at Essen, or I will hopefully see you at any of the other cons that I go to. And yeah, otherwise, thanks for watching. Goodbye, internet. Do you want to say goodbye? Just demolishing whatever that is. You gonna say goodbye? Yeah. All right. Goodbye, internet. Have a chance to go to Seattle.